I'm going to show you how to stealthily squeeze extra sales out of any clothing brand using this app. Now, this is going to be without being pushy or ruining the shopping experience. Let's start with the simple truth. Acquiring traffic is expensive. Getting people, getting eyeballs onto your website takes time and it's expensive. The more revenue you can extract per visitor, per order, without spending more on ads, the higher your profitability. So a small uptick in your AOV compounds massively over time. And that's where Upcart really comes in. Upcart is a cart drawer. So a cart drawer are the ones that just kind of come in from the right hand side usually, and on mobile they just kind of take over your whole screen, but you can very easily just close it and you're back at the page that you were at before. And an Upcart lets you add upsells, cross sells, add-ons, free shipping progress bars, and really customize the cart experience before reaching actual checkout. Just in case you don't know, if you don't have Shopify Plus, which is a $2,000-$3,000 a month plan, you won't be able to do anything in the actual checkout. So you have to do everything you can right before they reach that checkout page. Now, because these upsells are inside the cart, i.e. they're pre-purchased, they feel a little bit more natural. They're more like suggestions, right? Instead of aggressive pop-up. And many users report a boost in revenue of 10 to 30% just from properly configured upsells and cross sells right here within your cart. So in this video, I want to walk behind the scenes on how I personally use Upcart in some of our clothing stores and step-by-step how you can also replicate. Hey, my name is Brennan, one of the co-founders here at Brennan. We specialize in helping clothing brands scale online. We've served over 300 clothing brands in the last year alone. I would appreciate it if you like, subscribe so you don't miss any of our latest content. Now, this is how I set up Upcart in my clothing stores, including all the little hacks to make it convert better. First up, it's installing the app from the Shopify App Store. Then I create a cart drawer. That is when someone adds an item to their cart and they click on view cart and it actually slides out. That's the cart drawer. We don't want necessarily a cart page or a cart notification. This app, what it allows us to do is that cart drawer option. Second, I want to match the styling. I want to make sure that I'm using the same fonts, colors, spacing, so that it actually feels like it's part of the store and not an app overlay. I've seen other apps out there and they completely just change the way that it looks, so it doesn't truly match your overall brand. And I think that just kind of feels a little bit off for the customer. Next up, we want to add in-cart upsells and cross-sells. This is where really the magic happens, right? I set up a you may also like or vest paired with, or I've seen brands that going beyond the you may also like we recommend, or I've seen brands that have mascots, right? For like Buddy recommends, XYZ. You definitely want to show 2 to 3 complementary items based on what the user has added. So for example, if someone adds a t-shirt, I would suggest matching hoodie, hats, some socks. And obviously you want to use the rules to filter these suggestions so you don't show the same items that are already in the cart. We enable just a one-click add so the customer can just add the upsell without having to leave the actual cart drawer. Next up, we do free shipping, rewards, progress bar. So we definitely want to display that bar at the top that says, spend $25 more and get free shipping. This actually nudges customers to add more items like some of the accessories, right? The beanies, the socks, the hats, to cross the actual threshold. And psychologically, people want to get that free shipping. So once they see how close they are, they're fighting to try to add just a few more things to their cart. Something else that you can do, and I highly suggest this, is that free shipping threshold. You can have some additional sort of add-ons, right? So you can go from free shipping to, $35, and then maybe $100, you get a free pair of socks. And even as a third tier, you can have another sort of, so what you're trying to do here really is gamifying the experience to get people to add more things to their cart. Now, this app also allows us to do some additional sort of boosters. So shipping protection, which is something that I probably wouldn't recommend at this time. There has been some enforcing, I would say, from Shopify and higher ups. I think the FCC actually may have cracked down on this, which used to have the ability to by default add these shipping protection options right here within the cart. Right now, basically what they're saying is like, no, that you shouldn't be doing that anymore. So shipping protection, I would kind of be wary about that. But anything regarding, for example, gift wrap or priority processing or the ability to do discounts or add discounts right here within the cart is definitely an upgrade to what you would get if you had just a regular cart drawer with your theme. Now, after all these have been set up, you definitely want to do some split testing, different upsell offers, right? Maybe different products, maybe different discount levels, positioning to see what actually converts better. For higher value carts, you might want to show different upsells, some premium accessories. Maybe for lower value carts, might emphasize a bundle or buy more, save more style offers. So there's definitely a lot of options in here. And once everything is set up, definitely check it on desktop and double check it on mobile. I think one of those things where when it comes to mobile is that screens are going to be smaller. There's going to be some additional elements in the way. The preview that we will see here will not exactly be the exact same preview that you will see on your actual device. So anytime that you preview anything, preview it on your actual device without any additional, like outside of the app, like actually go to your website. You may have to turn it on for just like 15 seconds, test it, go back, turn it off. That's the best way that you're going to be able to test to see if it truly works. Now, let me share with you an actual example of maybe some of the best performing flows or structure that I would do for this. So a customer adds a graphic tee to the cart, say price is $35. The cart drawer opens. Under the item, you see a section that says add the matching joggers for just $25 more, save 50% when paired together. That one click, add to cart. This upsell is appealing because it's actually relevant, right? We're actually matching the style of the actual clothing that they already picked in their cart. The discount feels like a smart deal and they don't need to leave the cart to actually accept that offer. And often like about 8% of people accept that offer. That means that my $35 order becomes around $60 order. That's nearly 70% more revenue from just a single shopper without paying more for traffic. Meanwhile, if someone's cart is at $90, I trigger a spend $10 more for free shipping message. A customer might throw in some socks or a hat so they can hit that $100. That nudges up the average order value. And because the upsell happens within the cart, the experience is actually seamless. Like many buyers don't even realize it's a separate upsell. They just see it as a helpful suggestion. And that's like something to take into consideration. The average amount of pages that the customer will go on your website, it's about 1.5 pages. So if I'm buying this shirt and I didn't even know that the joggers existed because I didn't go anywhere else on your website. I may have seen an ad, and from the ad, I just went directly to that product page. And from that product page, I didn't go anywhere else. So how as a customer am I going to know that you have some of these additional items if it's not for that cart drawer that has these suggested items right here? Now, the reason why these are, I would say, it's like secret sales, is like, it's really a psychological trait. Like we want these upsells to blend in with the experience, not feel like a hard sell. And that cart drawer is just a powerful part of the UX. Then it's not a pop-up, it's just integrated within. And obviously the suggestions are going to be contextual. They're complementary instead of just random. And we don't block out the checkout path. Users can ignore it if they want. They can just, go to checkout. And the free shipping bar at the top, it feels helpful, just not pushy. And with all this, we just avoid just large intrusive pop-ups or forced funnels. And because of all that, many customers accept that extra items subconsciously, almost without thinking. It's like, yeah, this is the things that people typically add to their cart because you're showing it to them. You're having it right in front of them. Now, let me share with you a couple metrics. Once you have this actually live and going, these are some key metrics that I want you to look into, and just for you to know that these are just good averages. A good upsell ad click rate really wanted to be around 8 to 12%. This is how many people see the upsell and actually click ad right there within the cart. There's also the upsell conversion rate. That's about 4 to 8%. How many people finalize with the actual upsell in the cart and actually go through and purchase. An AOV lift about 10 to 25%. It's how much more revenue per order you can experience. And cart abandonment rate, basically just anything lower than your current baseline is really what we're looking for here. Not really any big metrics or anything to follow. Now, if I see high clicks but low acceptance, then you may have to refine the offers. If upsells push abandonment up, then I may dial back up the aggressiveness, right, of the offers and the things that I'm recommending right there on the cart. Now, let me share with you a couple things to avoid, right? The other spectrum. Maybe you're showing poor or irrelevant upsells, and that truly just kills trust. So always choose complementary items or items that may be of slightly lower value than what they've added to the cart. Too many upsells, this can cause decision fatigue. So I definitely stick to 2, 3, 4 suggestions inside of the cart and try not to have any additional pop-ups or recommendations if you're already using the suggestions right here within the cart. Heavy lag or slow load speed, this is just, again, assets management, and it ruins the actual experience of the customer. With this, you shouldn't have any problems. But again, it's one of those things where turn it on, run a speed test, and see how it's actually affecting your loading speed on your site. And honestly, it could affect, different websites, different themes differently. So this is something that you definitely want to keep an eye on. Something else is bad visuals or mismatching what you currently already have with your theme. And again, this breaks that immersion, right? When I'm on a website and I'm looking at something, I want everything to look native. I want things to look consistent. And lastly, aggressive discounts. This just cuts your margins. You definitely want to use intelligent discounts or bundles instead of always just slashing pricing insanely, because that's also going to leave not a bad taste in their mouth, but a wondering thought of why, right? And it may actually deter people from actually going in and shopping with you. Why is this so cheap? This is too good to be true, right? Now, let me leave you with a few other pro tips and scaling. So number one, just bundle logic. So if a customer adds 2 t-shirts, suggest a third at 50% off to complete the set. Tiered rewards. So show dynamics, spend more to unlock higher rewards right there within the top bar. Also do seasonal upsells. So for holiday or summer drops, your upsell suggestions should change. There's also post-purchase cross-sell. So while Upcart handles the in-cart, they also have AfterSell as part of the same company, where you can actually do post-purchase funnels for a second chance offer. Whatever you offered here in the cart, with this additional app, you can actually sort of complete the circle and offer them just an extra chance to add that thing to their cart for maybe a slightly higher discount than you offered right here within the cart. And some additional options as well is the payment options right there towards the bottom. That's something that I would highly recommend turning on within your cart, just to showcase and let the customers know that you have all these additional payment options available for your store. Now, if you have, let's say you don't have a threshold for your free shipping, then my next suggestion would be to have and use their trust badge section right here within the cart, where you can showcase and share free shipping on all orders. Maybe you have free 30-day returns, and maybe, I don't know, a third option in there that you can, put in so it looks like a nice little trio of trust badges there towards the bottom. So Upcart, very easy to set up, very easy to build it and make it match your store. Is definitely going to elevate your revenue to your clothing brand. It has smart in-cart upsells, there's clean UX, just relevant offers, allows you for testing optimization. So my suggestion is that you give Upcart a try on your store, because the current features that your theme right now has for your in-cart drawer are probably bare minimum compared to what Upcart can do. Hey, just hold up 1 second. I just want to say, if you are a clothing brand owner and want to jump into the specifics of your brand and how to grow it profitably, you can schedule a free 45-minute strategy session with us. There are limited spots. Now, you just definitely need to go find a time. There's a link in the description down below. And if you like this breakdown of Upcart, then you're definitely going to like these apps that I have here that I'm going to suggest, because if you like Upcart, you're going to like these right here.